Hello, and welcome to episode 12 of chapter 1. We're already off topic. 3 women, 1 podcast. Our search history probably has us on a few watch lists. I'm Mary.
Like, I don't know about mine.
I'm Catherine. I'm Elizabeth.
And tonight we're finishing up He Sees You When You're Sleeping. A cozy mystery, it's a cozy Christmas, dark stalker romance. There's a lot of genre. They've gotten a little crazy with these genres
A lot
lately.
of themes.
A lot of things. It's like they put them all in a hat and just. But first, what are we all having tonight?
We are having hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate in our cute, cozy mugs. Look at that.
So cute. And then we have a little bit of a smorgasbord situation. So I made some chocolate chip muffins for breakfast yesterday that we had.
I see the Christmas tree cake.
Yeah. Well, so we have the holiday edition mint Milanos, and we have the Christmas tree cake donuts per your recommendation. A little bit of.
I have a bag in my pantry right now because I may have went.
I don't know
back
why I thought you were
more.
gonna say you have a bag in your pants, and I was like, all right, that's somewhere to put them. That's.
That's a place.
It's a place to put them.
I'm like, sometimes you just need easy access, I guess.
I was at the OBGYN earlier today. She probably would have been quite shocked to find out what was in
Or
the
pleasantly surprised, like, just while I'm here, can I just have one of these? Anyway.
I'm having a crimson berry hibiscus. It's very Christmassy. It's very red.
It's very pretty.
It is very pretty. It's kind of tart. It's very good. And then I have broke back out I broke back out the holiday almond cookies because they were so good and I had to make them again.
Jealous.
My daughter was in town and she begged me to make them, and that bitch didn't like them.
Why? What did she?
She said they were too fancy. She's like, I just want a cookie. Like, if I'm gonna eat a cookie, I want a cookie.
But that is a cookie.
She said they're too fancy. She wanted like
Like a chocolate chip.
yeah, like a triple chocolate chip cookie.
Now a triple chocolate chip is fancy.
Yeah,
If you're tripling
the
the
chips.
chocolate and the chips, I mean that's.
This is coming from the child who made me these like s'mores brownies that when you would take a bite, you would contemplate whether or not you were going to need to be hospitalized if you took a second bite. Like, I legit would eat a brownie and feel my cholesterol and heart rate levels just skyrocket. They were real good though.
I'm trying to make sure she's in this frame. That's fair though, because one time my sister-in-law, she made these, and they weren't bad. Like, they were good, but it was like a, those like truffles, the Oreo ones with the white chocolate. Okay. Picture that in your head. And then she wrapped like brownie around it. Like brownie
It's
stuff.
like meatloaf wrapped in bacon, wrapped.
Right, like I think that's what it was. I can't remember, but I remember eating it and I was just like, wow, like that really just dropped right in my stomach. Just woof. Like it was good, but it was an experience.
Well, diving back in to He Sees You When You're Sleeping. We'll do a little recap and chat
Please.
about it as we go. I actually had to, so I finished it and I was getting ready to prep the stuff for the podcast tonight, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to make notes because she's not long, she's not complicated. In fact, that was part of the problem I had is the unplot, that the lack of plot that we had, and yet I had to take notes because I couldn't remember anything. It was so unmemorable to me. I was like, I don't know what happened. And then I'm
Kept
rereading.
repeating.
Well, and I'm skimming, and I was like, I don't even remember it happening in this order. So we open back up. We kind of dove back in to this next set of chapters where Chloe's gonna go to the sex club with Sloane. She invites Winter Watcher to come along and meet her there, which he does. Which again is just Jack in a mask with his his fake,
I just pictured him like, you know, like
his fake deep voice, the knockoff Josh is what
Like,
we're gonna call him, the Timu Josh from Lights Out.
the team of Josh. That's funny. I'm sorry if these are stale. They are from yesterday.
Oh, good.
So he like meets her at the club. They like dance, they make out, they go do other things.
In front of other people.
Yeah, there's like this room.
People are
It's like
watching.
yeah, there's like this glass room where people
And then
can watch. But they basically just go down on one another. And so they don't have sex. And so she leaves the club.
And then he yeets himself out of the building. He's like gone. He's like, see ya.
And then he's like, my mask is hot, and like rips his mask off.
Here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean?
And then he starts following Chloe to make sure she's safe getting home because it's late and she's by herself. And he follows her, surprise, surprise, back to his apartment because this is where I started to have some serious issues with the character development or lack thereof of our characters.
Yes.
She goes to Jack's apartment immediately after this. She doesn't know who this man is. Like, she doesn't know that this is Jack. And so she's basically like having this encounter with a stranger and then immediately turning around and was like, you know what? I didn't get enough. I should go see Jack.
It's kind of rude.
It is kind of rude. And then Jack gets jealous of himself. And honestly, who wouldn't?
He's like, what is she doing at my apartment? Like, I
She's
think you
cheating
know
on
that.
me with me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Jack, you're not exclusive
With yourself.
with yourself.
Yeah.
The whole, it really, honestly, the back half just spiraled into something.
It
I don't
spiraled.
know.
So it started
I
out.
felt like
and I
every
didn't
time I picked
expect
it up, I was
didn't-
like,
yeah, I didn't expect a ton, but really the second half of the book I felt like really just went downhill. So then we go, Chloe ends up going home. She ends up eventually going back on the Dark Secrets website to post some more. Then Jack logs on as Winter Watcher and basically tells her, gets very possessive and is like, quit. And she kind of makes these promises to her viewers that like they're going to do something together, which I thought was quite presumptuous.
they're going to collab.
Yeah. And I'm like, girl, it's not like it's a perfume. Like you're talking about having sex on the internet for everyone to see.
She wasn't even charging for this.
No.
This is like a free OnlyFans account.
Which I
And
mean,
I'm just relying on
that's
tips.
fine. That's
Tips.
your kink. Go get it, girl. But like you're risking your whole mortgage and your life and everything else, and
That's
you're
what
not
I'm
even
saying.
charging for it.
That's what I'm saying. You're bitching and moaning because you're afraid it's going to get out. But girl, if you charge for it, you would be making more money and not having to worry about losing your job.
I think in a way, so it came across as like her not charging for it meant like it really was just for her, and it sort of
And it wasn't
justified.
like a business.
Yeah, and she's justifying it in her mind as it's truly just for her, like it. And so I do get that a little bit, but still, I'm like, I don't think it's worth all of it.
Yeah, but just for me, it's not going to pay the bills.
Right.
Well, all the stress that it caused her at the end of it.
I know. But I guess there wouldn't be a lack of thereof plot if she was charging for it, because none of everything else would not have been an issue.
So then Jack is Winter Watcher.
Tyler.
In order to like, he gets her to quit streaming, and then is like, he's doing this whole like, you need to be punished, you've been bad. And so they like arrange this meetup for Christmas Eve,
I can't with that.
which I'm just gonna say, this whole time, Chloe has been like worried about her next man, like her next relationship. She was determined to not have vanilla, right? She's so kinky. I can't have vanilla, right?
I choked in my hot chocolate.
And then she proceeds to have the most vanilla BDSM on
Yes.
the planet. Like
What BDSM?
like it was
Where?
like good girl and mild spanking. What is
Yeah.
that?
It was
is
the hallmark of BDSM.
and like a little voyeurism. That was like that was it. I'm
That
like,
was it. I was like, you're not even doing anything.
I've apparently read way too much smut in my life because I'm like, this is vanilla. Like you have entered into the vanilla of the kinks.
Yeah.
You're just a
There
vanilla
was
kink.
nothing. There was nothing. I mean, just aside from the watching, I was like, what happened? Like, there was spanking, and that was it. There were no toys. There was nothing. Like nothing. This again was truly the most vanilla, dark romance I've ever
she
seen.
is obviously disappointed.
I was disappointed.
If you were gonna take this twist and like take this, you were gonna go this route, take this turn. I wanted you to go 10 toes in. Like you needed to commit to the bit.
Also, the
I don't know if I could have
only
handled
reason.
her 10,000, I'll be honest.
Here's the thing. The only reason I was interested in even picking up this book was the trigger warnings because I thought, oh, that's cute. The non-con snow shoveling, the ugly sweater wearing, the forced Christmas joy. I thought this was going to have some comedy in it. Because like Lights Out,
wasn't funny.
It was comical.
Yeah.
This is not funny. These people were serious.
And there was like
It's
there was no
crime.
there was no good banter. There was
No.
there was just a lot.
None. I love good banter. I felt like they really didn't have much chemistry.
And the
I
sad
know.
thing is, there was so much potential to go that route. I mean, it's two routes that she could have thrown in. It's just some like funny side things of Jack being just goofy, and he wasn't. He was hallmarky through and through. It just really
Hallmark.
fell flat. I mean, when the trigger warnings are more like upbeat and comical than the actual plot.
I don't even remember the ugly Christmas sweater.
I don't know if they even did that, but
Was
that was
there
one of
another
the trigger
Christmas sweater?
warnings.
I think they talked about doing it, but I don't think they ever did.
I don't think they did. And then
Well,
the fourth Christmas joy was just
because
her.
they scheduled the Christmas Eve thing, right? Which was like she had to like be naked with a blindfold on, so that way he could come as Winter Watcher.
Blind.
But
What?
I know. But then before that happens, like Jack then texts her and is like, "Hey, you know what we should do? Have our movie night on." That was on Christmas
I guess
Eve too,
that's
right?
a forced Christmas joy.
But
But
then they have the most like, I'm like, I thought this was going to be Jack trying to like get in there, right? He's going to make his move, show that he could be Winter Watcher, whatever. He shows up for movie night and it's all weird and awkward like a teenage boy.
I didn't say a word.
nothing happened.
No, I was like, what is happening right now?
He wasn't even funny. Like,
And then he watches A Wonderful Life. I was like, could you pick a more depressing Christmas
Oh,
movie?
I know. Oh, it was so bad.
I was
Oh
like,
my
you know
God.
what? You know what screams Christmas joy and sexy
Someone
time?
wanting to kill themselves.
Suicide.
Yeah. It just like so. That's
I'm like, go for Will Ferrell.
that's why
Jim Carrey.
I was excited to like have some laughs with this, because Lights Out, it was funny. The main character was quirky. He obviously,
The inner monologue.
yeah, the inner monologue. It's one thing to second guess yourself.
All our inner monologue
That was
was
depressing as he was
Yeah.
second
I'm
guessing
so
himself.
guilty.
I
shouldn't be doing this. Today I'll tell her.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'll tell her.
This book was like 100 pages too long because of it. And it wasn't just him second guessing himself.
She did it
Chloe
too.
was just as bad. And so literally that's what we had on repeat.
Do I want Jack or do I want Winter Watcher? Do I want Jack or do I want Winter Watcher? Wait,
I want
now that I
something
know that
spicy.
Winter Watcher is Jack, do I want Jack?
Yeah, and I want something spicy, but I don't want something spicy.
Right.
Tyler creeps me out because it's non-consensual with what he's doing.
But it's so hot
But
when
it's
Jack
so
stands outside
hot.
my window.
It makes, I don't know. It'd be one thing if there was something added to this to where I could understand, but
yeah, I don't know.
it fell flat.
I
It
felt
fell
like there could have been a lot that was done with it to make it a lot more fun.
But tell the big so
yeah, so
Tyler.
then-
I was rooting on Tyler. So,
So
go ahead and talk
They
about
do
that.
their movie night. Then then Christmas Eve evening rolls around. Her and Winter Watcher get together. He does reveal that he's Jack during this. And then they go on Dark Secrets and have their
Moment.
their moment in
In
their,
the sun.
their 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
I feel like it probably wasn't that long, poor Jack. So then,
That was maybe 5.
It didn't take that long to read.
and then afterwards, so her and Jack are like sort of like together then. She goes to the fire station for Christmas. That was the most uneventful, boring scene that could have been cut on the planet. I know it was supposed to like be there to build the relationship between the two, but it was freaking boring. And then I was like, oh, we're going to get like what's the movie, the old movie with Alec Baldwin where he's like a fire investigator. It's like early 90s. It was amazing. Was it Alec? Maybe it was one of Billy Baldwin?
I don't know that I've seen that.
What do you...
It's not ringing a bell.
Backdraft?
Yes!
I've not seen that.
I thought we were going to get a backdraft scene in the fire truck. And I'm like, okay, I'm down for that. Nope. Didn't even get that. I was like, whatever. Moving on.
I mean, not even a fire truck scene. That's how
Not even a-
vanilla. That's how vanilla.
Well,
is.
they started.
It was like PG-13.
Yeah.
It was like
I
middle
believe-
school
yeah, that's why I
crap.
said they started,
Well, they like people watching, yet they stopped when the friend came along.
but it's different because it's the friend. I think, right? I don't.
So
know.
then-
Well, her friend
So
Sloan watched, and that's what started the whole.
I know.
Her friend Sloan is stupid.
Yeah, so that's what comes next. She
Sloan
gets
did
the
it.
text from Sloan next. And let me tell you, I was like, you stupid girl. I think that's going to be the theme of some of these books is you stupid girl.
stupid
Because
girl.
who in their right mind decides to get
Nobody.
on that kind of website on their work computer
With
at
a
work?
morality clause written in where you were. You know you wouldn't do that. No.
So, and she went on vacation. She comes back. She finds out IT had to do something with her computer, and they found it, right? But Tyler fielded it, right? And so, understandably, Chloe's like freaking out at this
I do
point.
have a funny story about that, though.
Okay.
It's about
What
one of
did
my
you do
coworkers-
at work?
No, not me. So, in fact, I wasn't there when this happened. So, let me tell you a little bit.
maybe you shouldn't.
let me no, this is hilarious, y'all. This is freaking hilarious. So this was this had to do with Sandra. I don't know, she's like 60 years old, in her 60s. She's a tech, and she does not, bless her, we love her, but she's not tech savvy. So she was trying to get to Dick's Sporting Goods website and typed in Dick's
Oh no.
in the search bar. And of course, you know what happens. So she gets
What
so
happened?
flustered. Well, she got what she searched for. She got what she searched for. And this was on the work computer, And so she freaks out. She's like just clicking, trying to close everything that pops up. And
Just
then
like chucks it across the room.
she panics. And then proceeds to tell everybody. So, because she didn't want to get in trouble.
Probably the route
She's
to go.
like-
Just be like,
she's
I
like,
screwed
"This
up, y'all.
happened. I was trying to get to Dick's Sporting Goods. This is what happened." So she tells everybody.
Would have been funny is if your boss was like, "Why are you trying to buy tennis shoes at work?"
Well, one of the guys that was there had a police officer that's a buddy. And he told his buddy about it. He was like, "Will you go in and mess with her? like she's gotten in trouble."
I would have passed away.
His buddy goes in. He's decked out in his police gear, and he's
Oh,
like,
that's
"I'm looking for a Sandra. Is she here today?" And he goes to her and was like, "It's come to our attention that you have been using company computers to search inappropriate websites." And Sandra just starts breaking down. But then, he just kind of like did that for a few minutes, being like, "You're in serious trouble." And then, it comes out, it was a joke, but it was just, I don't know. Sandra, she's a prankster.
If I was Sandra, I would
She
never talk to that guy
laughed.
again.
Oh,
I would be like,
it-
"Mm-mm, I'm
you
just
know,
kidding.
they
I
do
quit."
pranks back and forth. I could go on and on about
would.
jokes, but the whole doing this on the work computer thing reminded me of it. So it's
Lord.
like, it's really cute because she's old. She was like searching for dicks.
See, I'm so dumb though that whenever, like, I remember when I worked in an office, I was shocked when I pulled up the internet and I could use the internet. For some reason, I was like, I only have access to what I need for work. Like, I can't Google things. So, like, one day I did pull up Google and I was like, oh my gosh. Well, it's not my phone, it was a computer. And I was like, I can, like, use this. I probably shouldn't have said that. But that did happen.
I know there's some things
And I was
going
like,
on
I was
in
a
here
full
that I'm
Some
not gonna say.
workplaces do block a lot of external sites, but
Thank you. See, that's what I thought. And I was like, I don't have access to anything. I can only go.
Well, with the buyout of our company,
I feel
we
better.
can no longer search for dicks. But I cannot access.
That was the first thing to go.
But we do have Google. We do have Google, but
Elizabeth and
I
that was
cannot
lying.
bring up Gmail. And I had to tell your husband that too, because he was like, "What's your email address?" And I gave him my Gmail account. And then he told me what the training we had to do today, and I was like, "Oh, you got to send it to my work email because
She does PRN for my husband, by the way.
I can't pull up my Gmail. So
They're not just emailing.
no, it's physical therapy. It's a thing.
Honestly, though, y'all have good inside jokes because y'all get physical therapy stuff. They'll say things and they're like, you know. And I'm like,
That's why I was like, you know that little video you sent with the nursing home? I was like, you gotta make sure you showed that.
he's cracked.
But anywho,
okay, so Sloan does her stupidness with the work computer. Chloe's freaking out. She goes home. She meets with her neighbor, and her neighbor's like, "Hey, so remember last week when I was like, that was stupid on Jack's part to show up and not just be like doing routine checks for the fire
called it.
department." And sure enough, she's talking to the neighbor, and the neighbor's like, "Yeah, so that guy came by and said you told him about your fire alarm, and so he fixed it for you." And she's like, "What?" And so she's like, now on to the fact that Jack's probably been like stalking her. And I was like, he's so stupid.
but let me tell you something.
stupid,
the amount
stupid
of
boy.
things
Stupid boy.
getting all mad because she finds out that Jack has been watching her. I'm like,
That's what
your
you want.
poor neighbor. Where are his windows? Or what is he? Like, you're just flashing everybody out there, and you got Herbert, little Perv Herbert out there. Like, I mean,
Get some blinds.
get some blinds. Don't be mad at Jack. You're the one standing doing whatever in your home with the blinds open.
Speaking
Not a curtain in sight.
Speaking of, so when we moved into this house, we've got two doors in the front of the house, right? And it's kind of an open cabin concept. And they had these
Very
like,
cute.
They had these like curtains in the windows of the two doors to help block the sunlight because the sun goes streaming right in there, and it does
Are
help.
some of those like
I love that though. I love a good sunlight.
They're real cute. What I did not know was during the day you really can't see in there from the outside. They do a good job of like creating like a visual barrier. What I did not know was that at night with the lights,
I know where you're
because it's
going
dark
with this.
outside and the lights are on, it's like that thing doesn't exist. You can
Yeah.
see right in. So
Here's Mary walking around her house naked. I'm
it's
just
not.
naked
But my
for you.
husband came out of the shower and then he was like, "Oh crap!" Went like running back.
I used to have those things on my little like French. Well, it's not French doors. It's just a door that also has another window that doesn't work as a door, and I actually don't know why it's there. But I took them down, and honestly, I wish that I hadn't. I'm like, why did I do that?
Here's my
I would have
thing.
loved them now.
We can't have blinds because we have cats, but we do have the what are they called?
curtains.
Drapes.
Drapes.
black
Curtains. We have curtains. Sometimes the curtains will gape open, but here's the thing: if that's on me, if someone sees me, that's on me. I should have made sure the curtains were closed. You know what I'm saying? I would be highly embarrassed, but at the same time, I'm not going to be like,
There's also a difference between someone like, oh, oops, accidentally saw Elizabeth, and oh, oops, let me keep
Maybe Elizabeth should be a little bit better at closing her drapes and her curtains.
Oh.
I can see both sides to that one.
Yeah. Like, it's one thing if it happens one time, but then you're talking multiple nights. We're talking 2 years of him stalking her and watching her.
And not
through her
one time she
bedroom.
thought to close them
And
doors.
she's got the like awareness of like a squirrel, because how do you not, like, the situational awareness is just non-existent for her. She's like, what do you mean I suddenly have Christmas lights in my window? If Christmas lights just showed up on my window, I would be like, what the hell? Install
That's
some
fair.
cameras, girl.
She can't afford it.
She
Because she
can.
doesn't charge for her Dark Secrets account.
You can get you like those cheapy like Ring knockoffs for nothing.
Saying, like, the whole thing just, if it were me and I was afraid for my job, I'd be like, so what, I'll start charging for my account and make triple the amount of what I'm making as an influencer doing that.
That's fair.
Especially if the secret were to come out and be like, hey, you have this sweet, innocent influencer who's really naughty on this site. That account would go through the roof. Just like every time a teacher gets found out for their OnlyFans accounts, they get fired from their teaching job.
Next thing you know,
Next
they're
thing you know,
full-blown OnlyFans.
They're full, yeah, because it pays the bills. What are you gonna do? Go from a mediocre minimum wage job to, look at me.
So then she gets a text from
figures.
Tyler.
That's a shame, though. They should pay teachers
6 figures. They really should. Oh my goodness. Because parents ain't doing their job. You're doing your job.
I'm like, I'm doing both.
You're actually doing both.
I need to have a parent-teacher conference with myself.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
back to the topic.
Sorry.
So then Tyler texts her, and he's like, we need to meet. Which I was like, okay, cool, like meeting in the office. Because he's like, we need to meet in the office. And I'm like, oh, that makes
During
sense.
a blizzard.
But then it's like at night during the. I'd be like, no, I would like a
During
blizzard.
like a superstorm.
Blizzard.
Like you
Do
don't
you need to
trust
be
it.
right now?
He's all fancy. I'm gonna send a car. How? You don't do that. You're just IT. IT doesn't have cars.
He wasn't IT. He was something.
I thought he
else.
was like kind of the
He
nerd
was like,
side of.
no, he was over like marketing, maybe. I don't know. Like
they don't have
numbers. I don't know. He was
They
something,
don't have
he was
Send a
something
car.
nerdy. So anyway, she shows up at the office to meet with Tyler. Tyler then tries to blackmail her into sexual favors because he's found her video and he's going to report her if she doesn't. But like he took it like the next level too, because he was like it was basically like sexual and servitude for like the end of times, because he was like, so you're just going to come every night and do shows for me? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. He said no. He said no. And to her credit, she even said, "I don't care who you tell." No.
Yeah. Good for
Props
her.
for that. Good.
Good on you,
Yeah,
Chloe.
Good on
But
you,
Then,
Chloe.
then he attacks her, which I thought was a bit extreme, Tyler. Rein it in.
Fair.
He was weird.
He was weird. He was like a whole Brussels sprout. Just like, go away, buddy.
He was like weak weird too.
I don't know, though. My sister-in-law, Rachel, makes really good Brussels sprouts.
So then, of course, Hero Jack shows up, rescues her.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. He rescues her. Then he threatens Tyler. Tyler scurries off like the little rat that he is.
Also, this is after the two of them duke it out, right?
Yeah, I think he.
Yeah. And he showed up because how did he see? Oh no, the neighbor called him, right? It was
Yeah,
like
he was worried about her.
He was
and
worried
so
about- yeah.
He didn't follow her. He was just checking all the places he knew she would go, like the places
Yeah.
she might be.
Because
So
she
he wasn't-
freaked out.
he just had really good luck and really good timing.
Yeah. But she's still mad at him because he was stalking her. So she's like, leave me alone.
Don't call me. Don't come
Yeah.
until I say so, which is going to be the next day.
And
The
like,
next day.
I think
yeah, because
Jack
then
hits Tyler twice, and
Yeah.
and
Pow,
that's
pow.
it. I think he breaks his nose.
well,
and
she
comes to the
intervened.
floor.
She's like, no, stop. And I'd be like, yeah, hit him harder.
yeah,
But yeah, so she breaks it up. That again, Tyler runs away, and I think Jack got him to like quit his job. He's like, "You're going to resign. You're going to leave," type thing. And then Chloe's like, "I still don't want anything to do with you," and leaves. And to Jack's credit, he does respect that. He just is like, cool. And he does leave her alone. Chloe, by like the next day, not even 12 hours later, she's decided she's like, I need to like go check on Jack. I don't know. It didn't make any damn sense, but she's decided to go stalk Jack now and follows him and then is upset when he's going to a coffee house that isn't their coffee house. And I was like, girl, I don't think you have the right, like at this point. But it was, the one cute thing was he was like, I gave you because they run into each other in the coffee shop. And she admits that she's been following him. And Jack's like, I gave you custody of the coffee shop in the breakup.
That was pretty cute.
That was pretty cute. So then, of course, they're back. They're like immediately back together. And they're back together. She like has him stand outside her window while she like pleasures herself. And then he climbs through the window. And then he's like, never again will I be outside the window. And then like, that's the end. And I was like,
closure moment.
I was like, this
Boring.
was the most underwhelming
Yeah.
ending. So, final reviews and star ratings.
I legit too. I was, in the beginning, I was hopeful, and I was like, I know this is probably going to be a 3, but I think it's going to be cute. It's going to be funny, But as I kept reading, and as I kept getting annoyed and disappointed, like, why couldn't someone have a backwards ugly sweater on and thought that they were blind when they first woke up because it had ridden up? It was like, oh no, I'm blind. Why couldn't you do just something quirky and funny?
Very specific.
The mask, lights out. There's a couple of ways she could have taken this book. A, have it more quirky and funny, or B, have it more, dark.
It was
spice it
neither
up,
of those
but
things.
it was
She was
neither.
just trying. She was trying to like balance the Hallmark and balance the. I read a review somewhere where someone
Trying to
said,
please multiple crowds.
yeah. Well, and I read somewhere someone was like, it's like she read Lights Out and was like, this would be fun as a Christmas book, and then decided to write it in 3.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, the character development
That's fair.
really suffered, and
The relationship development.
the relationship
Wasn't there.
developed. No,
I don't feel like
So-
the characters had chemistry at all.
so I gave it, when I was, the last week, I would have given it a 3. Which for me,
Right.
a 3 is not bad. It's not a bad
Right.
rating. It's just a mid rating. It's a mid book. I'll never read it again. It's
We knew it was
forgettable.
junk
I
food.
probably forget it by next week. But it was a good time while I read it, right?
but then
it's-
you keep reading.
But then I read the second half, and it really dropped to a 2.
Yeah.
I didn't connect to the characters, either one of them, at all.
Right.
There was no depth to them. And I understand it's just like a fun Christmas story, but you can still have.
I didn't really have fun.
Yeah, exactly. The more I read, the more I just kept getting annoyed at having to read it.
The back and forth of both Jack and Chloe and their constant indecision. And I'm like, y'all need to pick a lane and stick with it.
And I feel like the Christmas element wasn't even really there. You had a little bit of it in the beginning, but I'm like, the whole premise, like, he sees you when you're sleeping, there's candy canes on the cover, like, there's this
Nothing
idea.
happened with candy canes
There-
or gingerbread men.
And
Okay,
honestly,
I wasn't going that way.
But that's my point. Like, she
Honestly,
could have done
There
anything.
wasn't, other than like a few, like, the cocoa and like stuff like that, like, there really wasn't like a big.
No.
Tyler was honestly the only one who stayed true to his character, because you've got Chloe who's like, oh, I really want to embrace this dark side of me, and then like kept reeling back from that and never really did, because like we said, it was like super vanilla the whole time. Even the kinky side was like crazy vanilla, and you're like, you're not embracing your dark
Jack's
side
guilt
that
was
much.
consistent.
And then you've got Jack, who's like, also, he's like, I want to be good, but isn't good because he keeps stalking her. But then he's like, I
feel so bad.
And Sloane
Yeah.
is supposed to be this super smart, sophisticated lady who
and she's an
suddenly
idiot,
all of a
and she
sudden
makes
has
all
a-
these stupid decisions. Tyler was
Yeah.
the only one who stuck to his character.
He was
He was
creepy
giving creepy vibes
throughout.
from the beginning, and he stayed a creep through the whole book. He was the
Became
only
the
one who
ultimate
stayed
creep.
true to his character, and none of their characters changed because of a big character arc where they had like huge development. They just were indecisive all the way almost to the very end of the book, and it was yeah. So to our listeners, if you've read this along with us, we apologize for the choice.
Well,
And the thing is,
here's the thing.
I'll never give a book a 0 because like
Well, as someone
it takes
who,
a lot to write a book, and
Yeah.
like, yay, you wrote a book, start to
someone
finish.
who is someone who, yeah, it takes a lot to even get me to give something a 1 because how much work and effort and yourself you pour into it. But I really felt like she didn't pour that much of herself into it. I felt like this was, I don't want to say a money grab, but it just felt very like, I'm just gonna like ride the waves of these like lights out type books, and then I'm gonna throw it in a Christmas special and put a fancy, gimmicky painted edge on it and make it glow in the dark. And the girls will snap it up, and 100% I snapped it up, and then I was disappointed.
Goodreads has the rating at 3.62 out of 10,656 ratings. Then Amazon has it at 3.9 out of 5 stars with 3.6K.
Which, when I grabbed it, I did look up the Goodreads, and 3.6 is not a bad rating on Goodreads.
not.
With a
Well,
lot of
what?
reviews.
The sequel, He Knows When You're Awake, is 4.3 stars on
Yeah,
Amazon.
Maybe she got better.
And 100%, different strokes for different folks. Some people are going to really jam to this. People who aren't that deep in their dark area might really love this.
Actually, yeah.
But I didn't, it wasn't even the spicy scenes that were the issue for me. It was the characters.
I was going to say,
It
for
was the
me, it was way
characters.
beyond.
It
the
was very
spice.
much the characters. I didn't get the banter that I wanted. I didn't get any tension or chemistry, and I couldn't connect to either of the characters. So that was my biggest issue.
I found myself
the writing,
skipping
the
areas,
writing
and
wasn't
I'm like,
bad.
I don't even
There, I
vibe.
did
don't
find a
think-
couple inconsistencies, but
I-
other than that, like the writing wasn't terrible. But
no.
so that wasn't the issue.
I
It was just
really-
the characters.
I wanted the trigger warnings.
and the plot. Like I felt like there wasn't enough.
To be fair, there
plot
was
there.
non-consensual snow shoveling.
Just
there
on
was
her part.
non-consensual snow shoveling.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
so
wanted,
if she had maybe shoveled his,
yeah, because
walkway without
he
his-
shoveled it without her saying that that was okay. But it wasn't even really non-con because she thought that it was she didn't even know it was him.
She thought it was the landlord,
mean,
which then we
yeah, she
don't,
thought it was
come to
the- which-
find out she kind of like owns the house. So I'm like, do you have a landlord? I'm so confused on that one still.
I know. I guess I don't know.
Wouldn't it her parents' lease?
It just said it was her parents' house, and then she had it,
But she has a landlord.
but she has a landlord. So I'm like,
It must have been the lease. She got grandfathered into the lease. Would be my assumption. I mean, that's my guess. I don't know. I don't know things.
I don't know. Then to me, it's not your parents' house.
But then
But
also,
the way it was
like,
it's
didn't
kinda
have
like
you
a
sign another
townhouse.
lease with your name on
It would have been better if it was HOA.
What a
Like
weird
she
landlord.
thought HOA was involved. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like she lived in a townhouse where the houses were
Or like a
connected.
duplex.
Yeah, or a duplex. Yeah, something like that. And then I could see like HOA being involved, like making sure you have a tidy yard or whatever. I don't know, but
Christmas lights on your window.
I don't know. I don't care.
Not Herbert's.
But it just, yeah, I was disappointed because I wanted reading like.
It would have been funny if it was
kinda
an
like-
HOA thing, and he put colored lights in her window, and they were like, "Well, you can't have colored
You
lights.
can't have colored
You can only have warm white."
warm white. Not that cool white. No, you
No.
can't mix cool.
It
and
always
warm
makes
white.
us-
Don't you bring
It makes it look like
LEDs
a
up in
spaceship.
here.
It's got to be warm only. That's it.
Actually, I feel that because in every year for the past like 3 years, I want to say, we have the same conversation because James bought our lights for our Christmas tree, and they're warm lights, but they're LEDs. And I don't care what anyone says, an LED warm light and a regular warm light are two different warm lights. And an LED warm light is a cool light. And every year we go to put the lights in the tree, I'm like, I don't like it.
But
And
is that warm? That looks warm. to
they're
me.
LED warm lights.
But they look good.
But look how-
They don't have that blue sheen. I don't like the blue.
They
I don't
don't
like
have
that
a blue. They don't have a blue
Yeah,
sheen, but it's like
the cool has the blue because I accidentally
blue.
I have warm lights. in my-
Yeah.
like look at
like
look at the
lights, not
angel.
together.
Look at the angel.
Yeah, but she's
In comparison,
but she's covered up in that like paper.
But then I bought.
Beige.
I had to run out and buy more lights for another tree, and I accidentally bought cool lights back in our other house. And I'll never forget, I put it in the one in the living room. Or no, I put the warm lights in the living room and the cool lights. I was like, I couldn't return them because I was going to take them back and exchange them, and they were out of the warm lights. So I was like, well, I'll just keep them because I needed lights. So I was like, I'll just do the dining room with the cool lights. And I hated it. It looked like, I complained about it every time I walked past it. I'm like, it looks like you're going to be abducted in that room by aliens. It looks like a spaceship has landed. The spaceship Christmas tree has come to Virginia.
Yeah.
We're gonna get people though that are gonna be messaging you, and they're gonna be like, "Excuse me, I have used cool lights on my tree since I was a wee baddie."
if you have the
Cancel
right,
me now because I
if you have
disagree.
the right setting for it, I could see it. Like if you have a blue kind of icicle type theme going on,
Right.
but all of us kind of have like a more homey, cozy, cabbage,
A little popcorn
traditional
garland on my tree, and it's so cute.
You're not
Except
gonna have
Misty
blue
keeps trying to eat
lights when you have popcorn hanging up. That just ain't gonna happen. My husband and I bought a pre-lit tree, and because he's a child, and so he loves colored lights.
Oh my gosh,
I love-
James has been begging me for colored lights.
I think it's a
Because
man
one
thing.
year we just have
Men
to have
love
colored lights.
So it's got a switch. You can switch from colored lights. You can switch to the warm white lights.
I don't
And
get
I
it.
grew
And
up,
then
I
you can
grew up
mix
in
them.
prime colored light time, right?
Yeah.
And yet, so like technically they should feel very nostalgic, but I just still don't. I'm like,
I don't. I prefer the white. I prefer the warm white lights because
Wants
I
to do
think it looks
colored
like
lights.
snow. It's pretty.
My daughter showed me her Pinterest Christmas board or whatever, and one of them was like
Who is
this.
this?
My daughter, and she
I
showed me
didn't
this.
hear who it was. Sorry. Go.
One of the trees was this tree just covered in like 300 pounds of tinsel, and I had so many flashbacks. And
I saw
I was like, it's beautiful, but like that's a bitch to clean up. And she was like, oh, I don't care. And I was like, you're gonna care.
You're gonna care. You're gonna care.
Be like, you don't care now because it's through your screen.
Like flocked trees, you're gonna care.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
I love it. I love a flock tree, but I do not.
They're
like
so
cleaning
pretty.
up
And
after
Dwight
them.
was so we ended up going and getting a 9-foot tree because the ceilings are so tall here. So we went. I put up this little tree upstairs,
cute.
but she looks dwarfy. She's like a 7.5, but she looked real small upstairs. So I got a 9-foot tree for up there, and my son tried to convince me to get a flock tree. He's like, we should get a flock tree, and I went and I touched every flock tree in the store and watched the white just like snow off of it, and I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I know. I got a flock tree, and I was like, oh no. Luckily, our main one is not flocked. I got a small one, and it's not out.
Our tree is just a little one we got on sale. She cute. I like her.
That's what we have. But so I switch back and forth. So we do colored lights on Christmas Day when we're opening our gifts because we're just
That's
being
an
good
adorable
kids, being
compromise,
good.
though.
But I have white lights for everything else. And then he proceeds to decorate. He's gonna have icicles. They're colored like icicles.
To go on the house.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they flash
James
color,
has
and
to-
I'm like,
James has to put our
He's a
lights
kid.
outside. I'm hoping he'll do it this weekend.
your neighborhood is looking cute, by the way. I almost took the long way here because everyone's decorating.
I know. James needs to hurry up and get the lights on the house.
Like first house on the street, bam. So far they've won. They've got the most lights up.
We're not gonna. He's not gonna pull a 10 Allen. It's not gonna be too crazy. But he does put lights on them.
Are they colored?
No, they're not.
See, ours are color.
That's per my request.
But-
He would do colored lights.
He-
He would put colored lights all around this house, outside, inside. He would load it up. If I gave him free reign and I was like, "Hey, colored lights," there would not be an area.
And that's why I
That
get
would
to
not be-
have
It's
the
It's
white
gonna
lights
look like
on the
Griswold's
street, 'cause
vacation up
Justin's-
there.
Justin's got colored lights. We have
He'd have 'em
inflatables.
hanging.
Once we get it all decorated, I'm gonna have to take a picture for you, Mary, so you can post our Christmas stuff. But the outside is a child's. It's mismatchy. It doesn't make
Okay,
sense.
that's adorable.
But Justin did
I
that.
love that though.
And then the inside has the white lights.
I love that. James, when we were putting up the tree, we were putting the lights on, he said he does this every year. One year I'd love to have colored lights. One year I'd love to have colored lights. Next year I'm thinking I'm just going to let him do it. Just do it.
Well, you got boys, you got
Yeah.
kids, so you can get away with it. I don't. It's just us.
It's
I was like, he used to look pretty. Then I got married.
then like also like, you know, in a lot of ways, I feel like we're the ones that have to cultivate the magic, and if that's where the magic happens is in the multicolored lights, and by all means bring in the multicolored lights. So it's fine. But as it stands, my tree is looking kind of sad because Noah. No, I like it. It's just
That's
that
what ours look like.
well, Noah decided that he really, really, really likes to decorate for Christmas, and there are branches that have like several ornaments. One branch, and I just let it happen. I moved a few of them.
Well, for years, because of all the animals that we have, for years, the bottom quarter of my trees couldn't be decorated like at all other than lights. So all the ornaments would start up high because all the dogs would knock all the ornaments off.
Well, Misty keeps trying to eat my popcorn garland. I'm like, it's stale. It's
My
not
German
even
Shepherd
good.
with her floofy tail would go by and just knock them all
She's
off.
hearing me talk about her. She's like got her head in my lap. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'll have to come over on Saturday.
Yeah.
And you can see it. Because my house is all decorated for Christmas.
We're still working on it. Because I stopped.
Well, I'm here all the time now. So, like, you gotta do something.
Come to my house.
I'm
My
here all
brain-
the time,
Come to my
and
house, I'll
look at my tree.
My brain has had to, like, get used to, like, not rushing all the time. And I'm not gonna lie, that part is pretty glorious. Like, typically, my mornings were running late, rushing out the door, rushing to get ready, rushing to get the kids ready. I'm usually just throwing a granola bar at them.
Me, I'm like running like, no.
Anyway, and so now I can like make them breakfast and I can sit and like drink tea or something and like I'm like wow, like it's like an actual morning. I've been remembering my vitamins.
I'll never forget. It was like the very first time I had to work, like, and relieve your dad from work. And he was like, you're here early. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm just like, very much a 15 minutes early is on time and on time is late. And he was, and he's like, me too. He's like, Catherine's not like that.
Yeah, if you're on time, I mean, no, like if you're early,
I'm
you're
like
on
that for
time. If you're
some
on
things.
time, you're late. And if you're late, don't bother showing up.
I feel like I am like that with people that I don't know. Like if it's something, if it's a new situation or whatever, like with you guys, like y'all are my besties. So like I know that y'all aren't going to be like
Mad. Yeah.
Catherine, you know, y'all aren't going to do that, you know. So,
wouldn't.
but like if it's like,
Heck, I'm late half the time because of y'all.
but if it's for something like if it's like for like professional purposes or if it's for you know,
I will say though, to be fair, if I'm late, you're like sending out like a search and rescue squad. You're like, you're not here yet. I'm like, well, I'm running a few minutes late and it's just now the time I said I'd be there. And you're like, but you're not here yet.
well, no, it's because I know how you operate. See, when I'm late, people are like, no surprise, we're not worried about her being in a ditch. She's just running late. When you're late, I'm like, she might be in a ditch. Like, it's just different. When you were late, was it?
Oh, the day that she was going to come here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I was here for that.
I was like, I hope she's okay. Like, she's not usually.
Yeah,
And then
it was like-
and then I saw your text and I
she
was
was
like,
like-
thank God, she's okay.
Yeah.
She said she was
Like
running
Mary
late.
said she would be here at 10. And it was like 10.
Yeah, I was packing, so it just took me extra.
No, totally fine. I don't care if you're late.
I was
just
not good
know
with my time management
care
that
if you're
morning.
late. Doesn't bother me. I was just thinking that you had like, there's a lot of deer out. I'm like, maybe she hit a deer. Maybe
10
like
in the morning?
I
don't know.
appreciate your concern.
I stay concerned.
Facts. The anxiety does not let you not be concerned. We're always concerned to a
Always
degree.
concerned. My husband's like, no worries. And I'm like, all the worries. And then he's like,
Well, I have found myself.
and then he's
because
like,
I
I'm
have-
not worried. And I'm like, well, I'll worry double. How about that?
Well, I'm so used to having like so much to do that like my brain literally doesn't understand that like I don't have these things to do. So I'll just be sitting here minding my own business and my brain just starts to panic. Like you're forgetting something. You're supposed to be doing something and you're not. And I literally have to do like a mental inventory. Like, see? You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. It's fine. We're just an adjustment period. Loving it, but having to adjust. Anywho, sorry.
All right, so we finished this one.
We did it.
Moving on.
And that's how we feel about that.
That was actually that was good. I like that.
So for the next two episodes, we will be covering The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, which me and Elizabeth have actually already read. We read it last year for Christmas, and we loved it.
I'm
So
the
we're
newbie.
really excited for Catherine to read it. We both have also. Did you read? So we both read The Blonde Identity. Did you read the second one? The
I have
Blonde
not
Who Came
read
in
the
from the
second one
cold.
yet. I need to read that one. I want to read it.
Big Allie Carter fan, if you can't tell. Love her humor. So
I have so many on my TBR. Oh, it's insane.
for folks wanting to pick this up, this is going to be pretty much a no spice. There's a lot of tension, there's allusions to things happening, but then the door closes. For pretty much
And I like the
everything.
mystery.
But
in
she's
there.
got, it's
I like
always,
the mystery.
you're always going to laugh out loud. She's funny. The banter is amazing. The
And it's very
tension's great.
Agatha Christie in the
Yeah.
what's happening. So I think she did a great
What's
thing.
happening?
I can't wait for you to read it.
I'm excited.
I low key want you to listen to it because I think
Yeah.
that you'll get the banter.
If any of our listeners, so you can pick it up, obviously a physical copy. I listened to it. I know
Audiobook.
Elizabeth listened to it. The
Perfect.
narrators were fantastic. All of her books, she gets fantastic narrators. I say 10 out of 10, listen to it if you can. If you're not a big audio girly or boy, then you can certainly do the physical. Those are fun too.
Fella.
Fella, audio fella. But yeah, if you do like the audibles, these are great ones to do in any way. So
And I did mine on Libro.fm because Libro.fm, when you do a subscription, or even if you just buy the audiobook and your account is tied to a local bookstore, you're still supporting local businesses.
Your local bookstore will
Your
get 15%.
local, yes. So every time
support
you
your
use,
local indies if you would.
yeah,
like
I
them to
mean,
continue to exist.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Let's say you're Audible, you've already got your one free one or whatever for the month because you do that. But if you are like, hey, I've already used this, but I want to listen to this, go on Libro.fm. You're doing a good thing. You're sharing to the community. You've got your local bookstore signed up with it. And I don't know, I think that's great.
So this one, the chapters are kind of short, I think. So there's 66 of them. So
So
we're
we're
gonna
doing half, correct?
yeah. So we'll do 33 chapters 1 through 33. We will read.
And you're just going to eat it up. I hope. I don't know. Maybe she might not like it.
If she doesn't like it,
We're over here. I'm
It's a
like,
friendship.
Oh, I love it. And it's she's going to be like, no, it's just not my thing.
it might not be for everybody, but I do really enjoy them.
Yeah. And we talked about, there's this whole thing between reading a book versus listening to a book. It was just a fantastic debate. And the question is, do you count your audiobooks as your Goodread books? I do, because I consume that book. And let me tell you something. It's not that I listen to audiobooks so that I can increase my goal, because honestly, if I just would sit down and read it, I would get done a lot faster than if I were to listen to it. Because I only listen to it when I go to and from work. That's it. It's not like I'm constantly listening to audiobooks. But it does make a difference in your ratings.
Yeah. It is so I 100% still consider it reading, and I consider it, you can count it, it's still a book consumed, but it is a different experience. I have rated books differently that I've both read and listened to. I think Lights Out is probably a fantastic one. When I first read it, I read the physical copy of Lights Out.
I only read the physical copy.
It was just
Listening
okay.
is a
I
separate
didn't get the humor quite as well. It came across as cheesy in my brain when I was physically reading it. Then I listened to the audiobook because I started hearing a ton of snippets being posted on social media, and I was giggling, and I'm like, this sounds way better than what I listened to.
3 star to
or
a
whatever.
5.
Yeah, very much so. And so I do think, and I have listened to a book with a terrible narrator where I ended up DNFing it because I couldn't get through it. And then I picked up the book and ended up really, really loving the book. So it is a different experience. I feel like a good narrator can really make or break some of those books.
Same.
So, I mean, some books are going to be great no matter what. But I think it does make a big difference. So
Yeah, but we count it. Put it on your Goodreads.
Put it
Just
on your
do it.
list.
You consumed it. Put it on your list.
I agree. Sorry.
Catherine's like, I don't know.
Catherine's like, I don't know what we're talking
You're
about. But
cheating. You've never read it.
No. I do agree. I just don't do audiobooks usually. I need to start. It's not because I'm like a snob. It's just like when I'm not over here like you're not actually reading. No, like I do feel like it's just when I've tried, it's always been with crappy narrators, and I'm just like I can't handle it.
That's fair.
Some
That
of
is
them
fair.
let you listen to a sample, and I do if it lets me do that where I can hear a sample, I will do that and see if I like the
I
narrator.
can.
I listened to one and I was like, I think I might chop my own ears off.
I
Like,
got
I
an
can't do it.
audiobook for a book that I was just kind of like on the fence about solely because the narrator had a Scottish accent.
That's hilarious. Really switching gears. I got these cool little things
Those are
in
cute.
Tennessee. So, okay, so they're supposed to be, you put your mug on them, but like the hot mug, like releases, like they're filled with spices, and it's supposed to like make it smell good. I didn't smell anything, but they're still cute. I'm not over here like waste of money, but if I put them up to my face, I can smell them. But that doesn't release it. But they are cute.
They are adorable.
We got real Christmassy. Oh my gosh. Mom is reading. After that little book, what's the next one in the series to read?
Silver Flames. I'm so excited for her journey. She's gonna love Nesta's book
For more than
for all of the
reasons.
reasons. She really overcomes a lot, Catherine.
I wonder
It's a journey.
if she like
Get on the
reads
board.
passages to your dad.
Why are you doing? Why do you...
Can you imagine them just laying in bed together and her just like grab the head?
Let me read this to you.
What did I do to you? Like, what? Like,
Don't you and James do that? Aren't you like, James, read this?
no, I'm not. And the reason why is because he giggles. Like, he reads it and he's like, this is dumb. And then, like, he'll read it out loud and he's like, heh. Like, can you imagine? Take it serious at all. So, do you have that one? I thought you gave it to me, but I can't find it. I do have it.
Because you don't want her to read it.
Ugh. At least we won't be in the same cabin while she's reading that. I
So
told her,
I'm-
I was like, maybe don't read that one.
My TBR is a little out of control because
That's
I have a book buying problem.
Same.
So I made a decision because
Are you doing a book buying ban at Christmas?
absolutely not.
I was like,
I'm like,
ugh.
are you crazy? In fact, I just bought a shit ton of books.
I was like, poor choice. Oh yeah, with my replacement. The
No,
replacement bestie.
I got them through bookshop.org. And
Cool.
they were doing a sale. But what I'm going to do, I have always wanted to get like, have you seen the girlies where their boyfriends or husbands or significant others gets them, or their best friends or whatever, they get them like a book advent thing where like, it's like a box of books and they're wrapped and it's like 1 through 12, but it's for the year and they get to open it each month. And I'm
I
like,
love to do that, but I'm
that's
not
so adorable.
rich.
Well, my thing is I have all these books I haven't read yet that I just have, right? So what I'm going to do, my husband would never do this for me because he wouldn't know what to get me, right? It's not that he wouldn't do it. He would. He'd just give me money and be like, go buy your books, which is not the fun part. The fun part's unwrapping it. So,
That's right, because you don't know what you're going to get.
right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap them in just plain paper and number them. But I won't be able to, like, I'll know what the books are, but I won't know what order I'm going to pull them in because I'm going to, like, put them in a thing and jumble them all up and then just write numbers on them. And so then when I pull them out each month, I won't know which one it is. And I have to read that book. And that way I can maybe like knock some off my TBR that have just been sitting there.
It'll force you to read it. I've got to do that. Speaking of,
And it's fun. I get to unwrap
bought
things.
House of Leaves.
You did.
I did.
I have House of Leaves.
You're next.
So,
I have to get it too.
so join us next week as we dive into the most wonderful crime of the year. And we will see everybody coming up, getting closer to Christmas. Bye.